Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have episode 18 of the Washington football team rebuild, season 18. So, after winning another Super Bowl, and finally Lamar Jackson, our probably the biggest rival, I mean, I know he does have a losing record against us in the Super Bowl, finally retires. Who's going to take us on next? Granted, we are still in a phase where we have probably one of the better teams in the league, if not the best team, after coming off a Super Bowl victory. But the main question is, how is development and how is regression going for us? We didn't end up getting rid of Mike Lau last year, so he's gone. Austin Hawkinson's on the regression. Offensive line still hasn't stepped up like the way it should have, and multiple other things. Now, you may be saying, didn't you trade Josh Gibbs at the end of last season? Yeah, he actually got released after the preseason, so we ended up getting him back. He's our 6th wide receiver. He's only on a 1-year deal, so he's going to be at number 6. Kerry Daniels is taking the right steps towards superstar X Factor. Michael Spence is finally getting up there. Marquez Beckham is regressing. Earl Wallace is doing really good. Travis Wallace is a backup free safety. Jose Ramos is back with the team. Justice Heath is going to get his start at that left end position after Lau has left the team. Amari Covington has superstar development. He actually had that when we drafted him. Kerry Daniels up to superstar, and he's also showed to be one of the better linebackers we've had. And then Alani Franklin and Eric Ash solidify the defense, solidify that back end, solidify really everything about this team. Showed you how well we draft in Washington, D.C. So let's get things started. This team's looking real nice. We're basically just doing mainly just best overall at certain things, except for Kai Arthur in the slot. Just for the simple fact, I want Kai Arthur to continue to develop, be that guy that replaces Steven Street, be the Steven Street to what Steven Street was to Matt Phillips, basically, which is that next guy, the next guy up mentality. And Kerry Daniels already off to a great season. He has the chance to get Superstar X Factor. I don't think he ended up getting it. I think he ended up getting it after the season or after the Super Bowl. I think he ended up getting it. Jeremy Jones, we re-signed. Dorian Pritchett, I got to re-sign. He's a good tackle. He has star. He's only 25. I have to bring him back, which we end up do. Austin Hawkinson, 3,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 picks for him on the season. He's going strong in his 13th year. Cam Allen, 1,194 yards, 15 touchdowns. Brandon Marshall, 458 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Osgood got 4 touchdowns as well. So, team definitely ran the ball plenty. Street with over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Kai Arthur with 871 yards, 8 touchdowns. And Manu Contreras with 756 yards and 6 touchdowns. Parker Wright, our 3rd wide receiver, only 500 yards and 1 touchdown. So, it's definitely a top-heavy receiving core that we have. Alabre back on his MVP stuff, back on his Defensive Player of the Year stuff. He is goated. Kerry Daniels, though, being next to Brandon Alabre takes off so much pressure. I'm pretty sure if Kerry Daniels was a lone linebacker on a team, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be as good, but whatever. Slaughter and just a bunch of guys getting over 5 sacks. Alabre and Daniels down from last year, but that's better because I don't want them rushing the pass rusher. But it seems like anytime our team has a really good defensive year, they don't bounce back quite as well, which I don't think you can. Just like the 18 Bears, just like the 17 Jaguars, I don't think there's any way your defense can be number 1 and be number 1 next year without bringing in another piece that's just as good with that defense. That's just my opinion. I understand. I think, what was it, the 13 and 14 Seahawks were like 1 and 2 or something, but I don't think that really counts, to be honest. Especially since they hadn't unlocked their potential yet. MVP Ryan Hawkinson. Austin Hawkinson's brother at 5. Austin Hawkinson at 10. Chris Smart on his last leg with the Saints. I actually did try to sign him in free agency, I'm pretty sure, but he ended up not coming back. I was going to replace McLudden and let McLudden just go. And Offensive Player of the Year, Austin Hawkinson at 7. no other football team members. Brian Daniels, when basically, I'm just going to give him co-defensive player of the year. Ed Orr at 8 for offensive rookie of the year. So as a backup tight end, he played pretty well. Travis Wallace, 6 backup free safety that we have. And we actually ended up getting the number 2 seed. I'm pretty sure we went like 10-6 during this season. But Ravens still in the playoffs at number 5 without Lamar Jackson. Remember, everybody that was a real player is now gone. Tristan Wirfs, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson were the final 3, and they are gone. We actually ended up smoking the Philadelphia Eagles. And as you guys see, I didn't jump in. I don't jump into these games, and for the most part, unless we're down by 2 scores or unless I just really want to try to win. And we didn't. We ended up smoking them. This team's just built different. But good to see that our team can still put up points like it used to with scoring 52. And, of course, when you score 52 points and give the Eagles that many chances to go down and score, they're bound to put up some points. So I don't mind giving up 24 there. It's not great. If we would have let up 0 all game, I would have been real impressed. But us only letting up 24 after scoring 52 is very, very good. And especially if we kicked a lot of field goals, then it's even better. Go up 7-3, go up 14-3, go up 21-3, go up 28-3, 35-3, 45-3. And we end up beating the living fuck out of the Lions. Sean McVay, you can go suck one. I'm just kidding. Your wife's kind of hot, though, so. Oh, wait, no. Is it his wife or is it somebody else's wife? And people were like, really? You're like this high of a head coach in the NFL and you can't get a hotter wife? I don't know, something like that. But again, we go out there, we put up points, and our defense shows up. Defense shows up even more this week than they did last week. So, but look at those stats: 243 yards through the air, 182 on the ground, 4 takeaways. So that means our defense was just absolutely pummeling, their quarterback and forcing turnovers. But it all comes down to that offensive line protecting Austin Hawkinson. I didn't get the sim, but we did end up losing to the Panthers 23-6. I did actually end up jumping into the game, seeing if I could pull off something. I couldn't. So, but that was just our offense slowly falling apart there. I wasn't even looking at the right side. So I'm pretty sure we had Street. I'm pretty sure we had one of the running backs. We had Sharif Diggs is in there. Jenkins is in there. Multiple guys that were on the team or are on the team are in there, which is great to see. Kerry Daniels in there. For some reason, the defensive player of the year doesn't get on, though. And Brandon Marshall as the punt returner. Retirees, Chris Smart. He was our first QB to lead us to a Super Bowl, so sad to see him go. Deshaun Beckham, one of our former corners, leaves. But other than that, Lyle Darby, he was on the team for a little bit. But leaving us will be Carl Garrison, Sammy Wallace, Josh Gibbs, and Huffman. Nothing too important. Would like to bring some of those guys back, hopefully. But with no money, I can't really do anything. I have to basically just let everything walk. And I have to hope that I can draft well enough and draft positions that we do need to address. Because with negative $17 million, I can't do much. And with plenty of draft picks, that also doesn't help. Because then that counts towards your cap and everything, and it counts towards your projected cap, and you're not able to do things in free agency, which is always why you do need to sign people during the regular season, because if you get to the re-sign period, your draft picks now become cap hits. So if you have the number 1 overall pick, and you don't sign somebody and you're running out of money, you're going to slowly lose out on them. We do pick up Kasim Biggers. He's going to be a 3rd wide receiver. Who knows? He could even develop into the next wide receiver. Eric Campbell, another good guy. Undrafted wide receivers this draft, 75, number 7 in the class. Took him at Yeah, drafted him at 29. Trading down here a little bit, just picking up some stuff. Well, actually trading up because these are future picks. But Kevin Orchard here, free safety. Looks like the best guy available. Why am I yawning so much? I don't understand this. Another trade here, a 2, a 4, and a 4. Go to the Commodores for 2. I'm pretty sure they replaced the Chargers, I would say. More than likely the Chargers. And now we're just trading down. I thought guys were going to be available that were good. They weren't available, so we just ended up trading out. I probably should have traded out of that 32nd pick, but I ended up taking somebody. Who knows? He could be the backup to Eric Ash, but I like Travis Wallace a little bit more. Kasim Biggers, he's big. He's a big boy. I think he's like 6'3", 200 pounds, or like something around there. He's a big boy. Hopefully he can be number 3 for us. Eric Campbell, he was actually going to be my original pick, but then I looked into Kasim Biggers a little bit more, and it looked like he did have better potential, and he actually does, because I think he has a draft trait, development trait. And then Kevin Orchard here, number 41. He's going to be taking on Beckham's old number, but he looks good. I didn't really have any other numbers available. Marquise Beckham and Durham are being traded for the number 4 overall pick. Beckham was just costing too much. Gary Anderson, he was coming off contract this year. Decided to trade away for a tight end. This was actually one of the tight ends I was considering taking over Ed Orr, but I didn't. We ended up trading McQueen, Boone, and a second for Whitmore. He's going to be at a safety. I'm going to move some players around. Lonnie Franklin might be playing corner next year. And then we ended up trading for a center from the Broncos as well, I'm pretty sure. Or not. Yeah, Beckham. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. All 4 roster updates are out for the latest roster updates on Madden 21, Madden 20, NBA 2K21, and NBA 2K20. So if you guys need rosters, go check those out, and they are up to date as much as possible. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.